ready to roll here? Obviously, I'll start with the bigger than basketball event. It was bigger than basketball, regardless of the score. I thought it was a great event, and it meant a lot to our guys to get a chance to connect with the Cancer Warriors. And again, regardless of the score, I think it means a lot to our guys, and it felt good to have them out there clapping for us and everything, and be encouraging. So I'm really glad we could be a part of that. It's just a special event and night. As far as the game goes, I definitely, before we talk about us, I definitely want to make sure I give that crew a lot of credit over there. I mean, we knew they would play really, really hard and physical. I thought they did that. Clearly, I thought they made a lot of great plays too. I mean, they made a lot of shots, and so some of it was a lot of it was us, but some of it was them too, in the way that they played. And I think you got to make sure that you give them credit. And from our standpoint, I don't know why. We looked again like to come out and start the game. We just looked a little cool, I thought. Didn't quite have the edge that we needed. And, I don't know. I don't have the first half stats in front of me, but I think we were down 11 on the glass. They were 9 of 14 from 2. Clearly they were, making everything they shot. And it was just we really weren't taking them out of anything. And then, I didn't think we were cutting very hard. But we could never get it off the board, to get out and transition at all. And so really was not the edge that we needed. We came out in the second half and we fought, but, we can't pat ourselves on the back for that. These guys always fought, but it was just too little too late, and we just could not overcome all those things here today.
Bryce Hamilton had one of those games. That's the one thing you kind of fear with him, isn't it? Is that when he gets hot, he's sometimes hard to stop, and this is the hottest you guys have ever seen him, isn't it?
Oh, we've seen him hot before. He's come in here and played well. It wasn't like that was the whole game plan. And clearly, I don't know, I'm going to throw the game plan out the window or whatever. But, we just we didn't do a great job of obviously bringing help. He's a guy that wasn't shooting the ball well from 3 early in the year, and now he's really, gotten into a rhythm the last 5 games. And you can see when he's shooting the ball like that, he's a very, very difficult cover. And, he made some, I don't know, the last 3 of the half or whatever were heavily contested, off the dribble, threes. But clearly when that starts happening, you got to try to make him put the ball on the floor and try to do something else. But it just seemed like whatever we did didn't work. And then got to give their other guys credit. Some of those other guys stepped up and made timely shots, to just kind of keep us, at arm's length, and we could never make a run. But he was obviously special. And again, some of that was us. But you got to give him a lot of credit, too. He was phenomenal.
You often say to like the 3 love the paint. Do you feel like you guys have worked the ball inside well enough these past 2 games?
I thought we definitely did in the second half against Nevada. You look at the paint points. We definitely beat them in the paint. I don't know what it was today, 24-22. So it was fairly even, But I don't know. We weren't aggressive enough early. That whatever you said, we weren't cutting hard, we weren't moving the ball, we weren't aggressive enough early, and I think that's a contributing factor. But we've been a team that's been pretty good from 2, but I think Justin, just early in the game we weren't aggressive enough. We were just kind of stuck in the mud a little bit and settling for too many shots, and we weren't able to get in the bonus at all and attack. And so I definitely think that was a factor early.
Is that what you attribute? Because David only took 3 shots in the first half. He's somebody you relied on. You had 6 points in the paint in the first half. Does that all go back to you just not being aggressive enough?
I think that's some of it. I think, their guy, I thought they did a good job. They decided to play him one-on-one in the post, and they weren't going to bring any help to him. And I thought the guy did a good job. He forced him he forced him to take difficult shots, and I think you got to give him credit. We needed to go to something else, and we needed to flow a little bit better. And it's just one of those games. And again, you got to give them credit. We didn't adjust very well, and they kind of kept us out of the paint and made us take jumpers, and they weren't fouling us, and it was difficult. In the second half, we came out aggressive, but again, it was just too little too late. We dug ourselves a hole, and we've come back a lot this year, but it was just too much to overcome. They were playing too well, and we just weren't going to be able to get over the hump.
Sometimes, shot making can be contagious when they're going in. Do you feel almost the reverse of that in some of these early starts of, you miss a few and it's like, oh boy, we're missing them early again?
Maybe, you know, I guys who've made them before in their careers, and yeah, I mean, we haven't been able to get into any kind of offensive rhythm early, but sometimes it starts too with better defense. You know, maybe be able to get out and transition a little bit more. But I mean, that's a great question. You know, we clearly haven't shot the ball as well of late, but we're going to keep shooting. We're going to keep working. These guys are in the gym, and you know, some of it can be ebbs and flows of a season too. And so I don't think, are we right at the halfway point or close? You know what I mean? And so just got to keep, hey, listen, this stuff's hard. You know, tough loss today in a lot of ways, but you got to take it on the chin. Can't have time to feel sorry for yourself at all. You got to get up tomorrow and win or lose. In these leagues, you got to be ready to move on and get over it and be ready to start preparing for the next one tomorrow. Because if you can't let this game beat you twice.
I mean, kind of off of that, you said after San Diego State, you can't overreact, but you also can't underreact. I mean, do you feel similarly, obviously, with two huge games coming up?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think that again, you know, this was a disappointing loss, but I think if you just make it more than it is, you know what I mean, and try to act like, because we play Monday, and had we won today, we play Monday, you know, and then we play again, and then we play again, and so this team obviously has proved they can win. They got a lot of trust in what we're doing, and the key is to respond, you know, and whether you win or lose, you got to get back and you got to respond, and so that's the biggest key, is to not, you know, this should hurt. You got to do some soul searching. It's just like we celebrate winning, you know, and this stings. But, man, once we get up tomorrow, we got to learn from it, and we got to quickly get over it and move on to the next one.
What's the plan tomorrow? Just watch film and try
Oh, yeah, we'll watch film, and we'll start doing some of our preparation. I mean, obviously, I don't know that we'll be able to do a lot, you know, on the floor, but we'll quickly come in tomorrow, and we'll do some recovery and get in the film room a little bit and maybe get on the court and just, you know, try to find a way to learn and to prepare for a really good Wyoming team in Laramie. Thanks.
Thank you.
Mhm.